So I'm really excited about Ovaline for so many reasons. And I think that our journey here has been, for me, so much fun.
So much fun.
And I remember the moment that we were like, okay, we love to drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a given. We're girls. Yeah. We love our rosé. We just like enjoy hanging out, having our chat. But I remember the moment where we were like, but how good is wine for us, and can we make it better for us?
Right. And then we were like, wait, isn't it just grapes?
Yeah.
It's just fermented grapes.
Right.
Right? And the only question was, are they organic? Are they not? But there's just so much more to it.
Yeah. And so when we were like, let's really find out how wine is made. And we went through sort of an education of winemaking.
It was a journey,
yes,
for sure.
We were like, wait a second, what do you mean they can add chemicals and sweeteners and colors and all of these additives into wine? And we had no idea about it.
Yeah, no transparency, no labeling, and it's completely legal.
And I really, honestly, I thought that it was just fermented grapes. And I felt so naive when I was like, maybe it's something we can add to it.
Yeah. Should we add probiotics?
Yeah, I actually went and spoke to, experts in probiotics. Is there a way? And it's so silly because actually probiotics is just part of the fermentation process because they're microbes. And so when we learned that it was what you didn't add to it, not what you added to it, we were so blown away. And we were mad for a while.
Yeah, it was shocking.
I think you were a little bit more mad than I was for there was a moment where you had some real anger.
Yeah, I completely stopped drinking commercial wine.
You're like, what
any normal wine, I threw everything out.
Are you kidding me?
I threw all the wine in my refrigerator away. And I had, the brands that you probably have that they're around, $19.99 to $24.99, and they're
that's
really
all you
popular,
drink.
And everybody buys them, but those are the worst offenders.
Absolutely. We started, it's almost like all of a sudden we were like, where are we going to get it? How are we going to find our wine?
Because we need wine, so we have to find clean wine.
Exactly. And then it was one of those aha moments like, why don't we make our own clean wine? Why don't we make wine the way we want to drink wine? Not only are we going to make it clean without all those additives, we're going to make organically, we want it organic grapes. And also we just want wine that tastes delicious.
Yes.
Wine that we want to drink.
Any organic wine I've ever tried, it just lacks flavor and it just doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss, right? You kind of you don't ever really know.
Yeah.
And so it really propelled us along this road of figuring out well, first off, we couldn't just make a wine for us. We needed to make it for everybody else because we really felt like if we felt this way,
we knew that when we tell you what's in wine, you were going to freak out like we did. So
all
we
our
knew
friends
you were going to want it.
Everybody we told was like, what are you talking about? Even the fact that it's not vegan, that there's animal byproducts in wine making process for the most part, not all wines. But there's no way of telling that.
Wines, and they don't even have to disclose that. What if I was a vegan and
there's a lot of vegans who've been drinking wine thinking it's vegan. And it was
crazy.
Shocking.
I think the most shocking thing to me was when we learned that the grapes are not washed when they're turned into wine.
Yes.
So the majority of the vineyards in the United States farm with really harsh chemical pesticides. And then the grapes typically go right in the barrel.
Without being washed. It's crazy.
It's mind-blowing. And so we're spending all of this time and money and energy on eating organic and putting clean things in and on our body, but we're drinking a ton of wine that has so many additives.
I know. And then the commercially grown grapes, you add that little sprinkle of pesticide into it and it's a whole other experience. So we were I think that motivated us.
Yes.
And we literally had no idea what we were doing. We had no idea how the alcohol business worked. We just started taking meetings with whoever will meet with us.
Yes.
And there was a lot of really nice people who, would take their time, took time to meet with us and help us understand how things were done. And we kind of took an idea of how it was done, and we kind of forged our way. We literally just booked flights to France after having kind of rung the, you know, email doorbell of a bunch of different vineyards that we really loved the wine from. Made sure that they made the wine the way we wanted, at the standard we wanted, and farmed the way we wanted to. But then we just like went to Europe and
just went to meet with them. And we really tried to find the right winemakers who knew exactly the taste profile that we were looking for. The woman that, you know, has created our rosé, you know, we had spoken to her for months on email, going back and forth. And, you know, by then she knew exactly what we wanted to drink. So that was our first stop when we flew into Europe after such a long day. She nailed it. We went to the vineyard. It was our first stop late in the afternoon.
And I remember sitting, we had like a ham and cheese sandwich at the hotel before we went, of course, because we're in France. We're just sitting there eating or nibbling on my ham and cheese sandwich, looking this vineyard, thinking, how did we get here? This is so crazy. And I was like, oh yeah, we just decided to do this. Like, we just went and did it. And it was so much fun. I loved every minute of it.
I'm so glad that we did, because now we're here. And the demand for cleaner wine has only gotten louder.
Absolutely.
And now we're able to share it with all of you.
Because we, of course, like I said, we made it for ourselves, but we also made it for everyone else, because we knew that for us, you know, being able to find a bottle of beautiful, clean wine was a challenge. And so we wanted to be able to bring it to you wherever you're at. We wanted to bring it to your grocery store, not have to go across town to a specialty store to get the wine or special order it. We wanted you to be able to get it where you buy your groceries, where you pick up your groceries on the way home or on the way to a barbecue to your friends. We just really wanted it to be accessible for everyone.
And I think, you know, yes, this is a business and something we're so passionate about, but we hope this inspires more clean products in the wine and spirits business, because I think the consumer is us and we're asking for it, and it's time.
Absolutely. And transparency and education is something that we really take seriously. You know, we put a lot of information on the front of the bottle that we knew was important to our consumers, but there's a ton more information that we provide on Aveline, drinkaveline.com. And we just really, you know, it's become, I think, both of our passion to create beautiful wines. So
it's been a real fun journey, my
friend.
It's
been so much fun. Cheers. Thanks, friend. Cheers. Every time. I love it. But I want some ice. I like mine on ice.
I like mine with a little soda and a little ice and a splash of...
Well, you put the crushed raspberries in it.
I'll do crushed raspberries.
Like a little spritzer.
I'll do a little lemon peel.
Yeah, it was delicious.
So good.
So good.
But it's just so easy to drink.
It is.
You know?
Very easy. We hope you enjoy it.